Well, it looks like Wizards of the Coast is shaving some costs. They have removed prize support for pre-release events. Not all of it, but a portion of it, in a move that is curious. In a time where they're actively refusing business by banning stores like A Store of Fire and Dice, they seem happy to do so because they're just passing the cost back on to the local game store owners. As a check-in, the GoFundMe for A Store of Fire and Dice is now over $6,000. Totally amazing. I have handed off the campaign to the owner, Jesse, and I'm not sure when he's going to end it. I assume probably after a week or so. So my hands are out of it now. So, those who follow me around and continually try to flag everything down I do, please leave this man alone. He's had his family's livelihood put at risk now over stupid identity politics by Wizards of the Coast. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, there have been some quiet announcements inside the information that they shared about the Return to Ravnica pre-release. They snuck in a little change, and it was that they are changing the prize support from 2 packs per person. Now, the prize support is packs that Wizards helps the stores with to subsidize prizes for pre-releases. So if you have 100 people at pre-release, that means Wizards of the Coast gives you 200 packs, or just a case, basically, of prize support. And then you can use that to entice customers to come in the game. This is, of course, a operating expense. This is an advertising expense that Wizards of the Coast should... I sounded super Canadian there, didn't I? Wizards of the Coast, I guess northern Wisconsin, maybe. Wizards of the Coast is to absorb this and have historically. And for them to move the prize support from 2 packs to, wait for it, 1.8, 2/10 of a pack less prize support. So now if you have 200 people, you're getting 40 less packs of prize support, or a box less. Now, you might be saying, that's not that much. Yeah, but again, most game stores, because they love their fans and they love their customers, they're not going to change the prize support that they actually give to the customer. Instead, it's going to have to come out of their pocket. Wizards of the Coast reducing that to save themselves, wait for it, 40 cents per pre-release kit. That's what they're going to save, basically. And it's pathetic. It was a quiet little announcement. In the same announcement where they announced that they are changing the cases of 18 to 20. So forcing local game stores to buy more. And they're also going to do guild packs again, which was popular during Return to Ravnica. I interviewed one local game store owner, and here's what he had to say. Of course, he has to remain anonymous. WOTC could give a fuck less, but removing a revenue stream from themselves, like that local game store, while actively pushing costs onto us to the tune of $1 million a year, seems really dumb. Now, that is the rough estimate. That's what Wizards of the Coast has cut. Wizards of the Coast has cut $1 million roughly out of prize support for local game stores. Why do you think they're doing that? Do you think they're doing that because business is booming? Seems unlikely. In the same landscape, right? It gets worse. I've said, and if you've watched my show for any period of time, you know I have a soft spot for local game stores. I am one of those people that grew up in the local game store and didn't have a ton of friends to play the games that he loved with, so found sanctuary in the local game store. So it is a labor of love. I don't care. Yes, you have your mega stores out there like Star City Games and Channel Fireball, but the overwhelming percent of local game stores have a hard time paying their rent and having a little bit of money left over. It's a business of passion for most local game store owners, and I thank them for that. So to see Wizards of the Coast remove $1 million in prize support, absolutely unacceptable, while also running a very curious advertising campaign. Magic Arena, their Break the Servers event is tonight, by the way. What day is today, you might ask? Well, let's go through this. We're calling on all Magic Arena closed beta players to try and break our servers. Break them, and everyone gets an in-game reward. Now, you might be saying to yourself, break the Magic Arena servers? You mean like every single day? And you'd be right. The stillborn software still is in beta. Nobody cares about it. They gave everybody in the beta 5 keys to share with their friends. Seems weird, but here's the thing. Here's what that tells me. They didn't have a waiting list of people in the beta. Why wouldn't you let that many new people in as opposed to give existing beta members those keys? What they're doing is they're asking us to advertise for them because no one wants to play their software. Now, if you play it, fine. You know what? I super endorse playing Magic Arena as long as you never put a penny in. If you play for free and you just earn your daily prizes, you are winning. I 100% support that. But I find it's curious. Now, half off draft events, no entry fee for constructed events. Warning, servers might actually break. If they do break, all players will get a special reward. Any unfinished draft event entries won't be directly reimbursed, but reward will more than make up for it. So they can't even figure out how to refund money for people who are paying money into their system. And look at the hours of running this. Friday, July 20th, today, between 12 p.m. and 8 p.m. Right during FNM. So not only are you reducing prize support for local game stores, you are now directly competing against them with your Break the Servers event. Now, you could have held this. You could have held this any other day. You could have held this in the morning. You could have held this on Saturday. You could have held this, ideally, on a Monday or a Tuesday or a day that is traditionally slow at local game stores. Instead, you spit right in their face and you host a huge event during their prime business hours. I don't ever want to hear anybody from Wizards of the Coast talking about how they support local game stores. I don't want to hear any of these other Magic shill people talking about how they support local game stores when they're out there sharing these beta arena keys and promoting this event. Actively getting people out of local game stores and onto some digital software where those local game stores aren't going to make any of that money, are they? In fact, now they're looking at, gee, is there perhaps a picture on the walls? Is there something one of my customers did, a joke one of my customers made? Did they arrange the toilet paper rolls into a phallic shape and then post it on social media? Am I going to lose my WPN status? Who would want it anymore anyway? Just another example of a company raking in money, less money now, and not showing any reciprocation, not giving two shits about local game stores. And it's curious that they are tightening their belt to the tune of $1 million roughly. You would think if the game was growing, if the game was being such a huge success as certain shills will tell you, why do you think they're throttling expenses instead of expanding them? Why aren't they trying to get more people in their local game stores? You know, instead of rolling back prize support, what they should be looking at is how to give out better prizes. There should be pre-release exclusives. Yes, there's the promo and the pre-release kit, but I'm talking about something, okay, that's going to get people in the store. What about if you made that San Diego Comic-Con Planeswalker thing available to LGSs who host pre-release. Do you think that would get people into the store? That's something people want? That's the kind of stuff they should be doing, but instead they don't care about growing F&M, clearly. And they don't care about their customers either, because they're banning stores, taking away, orphaning those players over politics. Pathetic stuff coming out of Wizards of the Coast these days, and it seems like every day is worse than yesterday.